All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today. It is getting ready for corn harvest. The wife's on the dryer all day cleaning and getting that ready. I got the auger from the dryer to the wet bin, or to the dry bin. We got that fixed up. Just had a shear bolt go bad during drying wheat. And I got a new flex spout up there going into the crop store. And I'm here with the big Brandt auger, and through Peterson Seed, I got a hopper walker. It's a dual hopper walker dual kit, and we're gonna around, and so I just kind of opened up the box and kind of going through parts to see what all we're up against. And so you got the two big motors, one goes here and one will go at the other end, and we're gonna figure out how this kit goes on and then figure out how to operate it. And so let's get cracking. YouTube. We'll need this. So they got kind of this bushing plate, and there's a little lip, so that bushing will go up against this, and then this other backing plate will go inside, so it kind of sandwiches our existing plate. And there'll be one for here and then one for here, and then we'll put the shaft through, and then this rotation plate for the motor also gets put on this back side. And so I'll put the first step together and be back. So there we go. The front is there, the back is here. Bushings are both on the same side. Anti-rotation bracket is in the back. Flat washers under the bolt head. They use a flange nut. It's the burr nut, so you don't want to put a washer under that nut, so it kind of defeats the purpose. So them are on just finger tight, so we can still move stuff and align stuff, and we'll push the shafts through, and then when the shaft is through, then we can tighten the hardware down and make sure that it's still in alignment. Wheels, they say put it flush. The shaft, the wheel end is where it's keyed all the way to the end. Put it flush, spin it, tighten down your hardware, and it should still spin nice. Then they say position about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of clearance, and that's about where our wheels need to be. And we got our collars on here, and we'll snug them up and then work on the motor. So the motors are installed. Read the stickers. The lower RPM goes to the inside, the high RPM to the outside. The outside one has a spacer. You can't mix it up, because if you try and come out with the short screw, that short thumb screw, you won't make it. So the long screw and the spacer go out here. We got our wheels shimmed about where we want. Everything's tightened up. Everything looks pretty nice. So to kind of finish it up, here's got the control box mounted. It just clamps on. I still got to nip these off, or maybe for right now I just save the extra length. I don't know, but for the most part we're installed. Some bungee cords that come with the kit to hold the wires on the tube. They come with these super slick magnetic wire holder. I still got to nip these off, but you can. That is really slick. So he's all in. Up here is our limit switch. So when we set the thing down, you can swing out and it will stop at about 90 degrees. And same thing coming in. Swinging in, it will stop back here before it gets too far in. Whoops, before it gets too far in. And then just a quick, the power harness just goes to the battery, and it's like a snowplow plug-in. And then you've got power. You can see the one out there spinning a little faster, and we can go the other way with just the joystick. How about that? Yeah, so later today when I get it into position, we'll give it a swing around and see what happens. The wiring up here, you got to make sure that you zip tie it to the hopper, not to here, you know, so when you swing, just be cautious of wires moving. But when we get set up on the bin, he'll have to walk around to the other side, so that'll be interesting. Give it a good long walk. So, well, there we go. All right, so I got the bearing and all that put together, so I can hook a PTO shaft up, but I don't because we got to walk this around. Got the new hydraulic hose put on, so I got to just get our working block out of there and then set him down and get his new spout on back over the pickup or something. Get that spout hung on, and then this is ready to go to the bin. Well, there we go. It, believe it or not, it did pretty good walking out there, other than this hopper doesn't have the most ground clearance, so it'll get hung up even on this edge of gravel. There you can hear it. Whoa, power's down. But, yeah, boy, if a guy finishes the project back here, I want more of this rock, this whole area here, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, that saved my back. Otherwise I'd pull by hand, pull it around, and that's a lot of work. And so that's kind of slick. I think I'm gonna like that. The nice thing is, with the second, when you haul the tandem wagons, I'm thinking where I'm really gonna love it is in the mirror of the tractor. If I'm hauling with the Massey, I can see the second wagon's tires, so I could remote control walk this out, because that far back it's hard to judge that distance. And so then you walk it out, and then you just forward or back and fine tune it. Oh boy. Let's see if I can do this no-handed. So I come in, I start rolling him out, boop, hits the tire, boop, hits the tire. Right there, boom, done.